for feed the cows on winter. Do you know what is hay?
I guess
H H A white. Hate.
hate. No, what is that?
Okay, it's a grass, but it's for feed the cows. When there's draft, the grass, big grass.
Yeah, of course.
I wanna say in Spanish. Can I?
Yeah. Sorry.
I wanna say in Spanish. Can I?
Sure.
Pastura.
Okay. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
If you put it in the translate, hate say eno, but people say hate for that when the grass is draft, you can say for winter season, and is fit for the cows, because maybe in winter is snowing or it's really cold and the grass don't grow. You can well, it's really necessary the hay for winter.
Yeah. It has a name. Well, I don't know if it's the same procedure. No, sorry, I'm confused. Because my father, well, he has a business, a butcher store, butcher store. I think it's the correct way to say it.
I'm not sure.
The store where you can get meat, beef.
Oh, yeah. All right.
But he sometimes do what you actually do. Sometimes when
okay.
he gets the time. But they do the same, but with the corn, and I think it has a name in Spanish.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the Spanish. Is I don't know. I'm not familiar with the concept.
Pastura molida.
No, yeah, but it has a name. Oh my god!
Well, around my town is a mix when corn with hay, with sorghum, with poop chicken.
Okay, really?
Yeah, a little bit poop chicken, corn, sorghum, hay. Yeah.
Oh my, for reals, I have it. I in the top of my tongue, but
Yeah. Be
careful.
Be careful when you drink milk.
Why?
Because sometimes the milk smell like a punch chicken.
Why? Oh my goodness! No, don't. I didn't know that. I knew about the corn, but not about that strange mixing. Silo. Oh, sorry, I just remember.
Yeah. I know that is it's corn plant, right? When it's green, the corn plant you can cut, chop, and put in bags, black bags.
Yes.
And other stuff. Yeah. More or less, I remember that.
But it has to be, like well, not chopped, but smashed or super close to the ground, and then covered that plants with a lot of plastic, black plastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I know because I've never done this in my life, but that's what I have seen with my dad when he goes, and then I've seen that in some pictures. but not quite sure about the process. Just I know the basics, but I'm not an expert.
Yeah, and in the in my town is for drought season. When no rain, is drought, right?
Yes.
Drought, when drought season is for, you can use that
Exactly.
feed for cows, for bulls, and others animals.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. Well, they use it for cows. They use it for cows.
All right.
But you know, I'm not an expert. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Maybe me neither. I'm a beginner.
I don't think so. You sound like an expert, so I don't think you are a beginner. No, of course not.
Perhaps medium.
Oh, okay, maybe. You know, I remember, I don't know if you were in that class when Nadia recommended to watch this movie in Interstellar, that in English.
Let me write down Interstellar.
With double L at the end.
Double L?
Yeah, at the end. Right. At the end, it's double L.
I will check maybe on Sunday.
Yeah.
But is
such a great movie. No, it's in HBO.
HBO
in the
and
streaming platform.
No. No, I have only YouTube. What is the other for Netflix? Movies? Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Well, maybe you can find it at Netflix, but I actually saw that movie on in the streaming of HBO.
All right.
Yeah,
I will check. I will check.
And what she said, it's true. Remember, the farmers have a great role in the future and blah blah blah, and it's true. It's true. It's wow. It's a stunning movie, so I highly recommend it too.
Have you watched?
Yeah, I have.
All right. Okay.
During the weekend, I watched that movie, and I think.
All right.
It was stunning, really, really stunning. And yes, I highly recommend. So go and watch it. Okay. Here we have Sai. Hello, how are you? Tell me, how's your day going so far?
Hello.
Hi, are you feeling better?
Yes.
Nice. That's good to know. Okay. Dear students, I think it's time to begin. It doesn't matter if you are the only ones here. It's okay. I have no problems with it. So let's get started, okay? Please. Okay, yesterday we discussed, models of deductions. I want to know if you have any comment, question about it. Models of deduction. No? It's either present or past, yes. But the thing here with the models, when you used it, it's to know the percentage of certainty when you use any of the models, yes. 100% sure, must, either in present or past. Must plus a verb in infinitive, must have plus participle, but you're 100% it's true. 50-50, may, might, could, and of certainty, you know, maybe yes, maybe not, so not quite. And then finally, 100% cannot be real, cannot be true. You're kidding. It's the modal can't plus a verb, or could have plus a past participle. Okay, that's that. That's about the models of deductions in recap. Yes. So if no comments, then I will ask you please to follow up the next lesson we have in our books. It's on page 96 and 97. It says fake news. That's the lesson. You know what fake means, right? Fake news. Where do you see or where have you seen a fake news? Or how do you know, maybe, it is a fake news?
For example, when on Facebook say example for Donald Trump is at the Yale. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
It's in
Yale, right? In Yale.
Yale.
Yeah, but that is not true, and that is fake news.
Right, absolutely. But it wasn't true? I thought it was true.
Okay, no, well, he paid a fine and he's in his house right now.
Okay, so he was released. I thought it was actually true. Okay, yeah, exactly. So social media, right? Social media tends to or in social media we tend to see this kind of fake news like the one you mentioned about Donald Trump, but honestly I thought it was true, but okay, maybe not. Right, so that's the lesson. Okay, this is the lesson we are going to see today. Okay, fake news. What are the fake news? You already explained to me. Let's start with the first activity here, please. Fake news. So in pairs, complete the headline. In pair weekend, but here it says complete the headlines. So they are fake news that isn't true. You already told me. Use your imagination. Scientists create plant that. You have to create a fake news. That's the very first thing, a headline. So, any ideas? Scientists create plant that. That what? That grows, I don't know, that grows orange and what's a good mixing for orange? No, I know what's a good mixing. That grows banana and coconuts. Obviously it's not. But okay, what do you think? This kind of headline for a fake news. Scientists create plants that what?
Can make water, potable water.
Oh, okay. So you're saying a plant, but you know, a mechanic plant. I was saying, you know, like a regular plant, but okay, good. Sounds like a fake news, but if you tell me, maybe could be credible. 2, a new study reveals that people who a new study reveals that people who what? ideas. Esai, Tadeo. Tell me, please. Hello. Okay, I have Viri here. Tell me then. A new study reveals that people but people who eat chocolates are happier. But it's true. It's not fake. But tell me, as I or Tadeo or Viri, remember, you have to complete this with your own ideas, okay? It's not like, oh, write it just like this. It's obligatory. No.
Study reveals that people who don't work live longer.
Who don't work what?
Live longer.
Live longer. Ah, oh. But you know, maybe yes. Okay, good aside. That was a good one. The last one. Well, not the last one, I'm sorry. Third, Facebook reveals plans to Facebook reveals plans to what? To spy. Sorry?
To create a new career for only Facebook.
Facebook plan to set a Facebook career. Oh, many experts at this point in life. Okay. The last one, and this is the last one, yes. The government has announced that UFOs exist. Do you think it's a fake news? The government has announced that what? Tell me, please. The government has announced that what? What ideas do you have?
The government has announced that you have to pay a fine if you have 3 windows in your house.
Okay. sounds like the middle age in the century. I don't know what century, but okay, could be a new tax for having 3 windows in the house. Okay, sounds good, but it sounds fake. Yes. All right, excellent. Thank you so very much. Okay. Then let's keep going to the next part. Fake news. Why is fake news such a big problem these days? Decide what you think of the 2 most important reasons are. Here we have 4. Some journalists are irresponsible and don't check their facts. Fake news isn't necessarily illegal. Controversial news stories attract more clicks. And the last one, fake news can sound believable sometimes. Why? What are the 2 main reasons or problems? Well, no reasons, because it says why. Check your options.
Teacher?
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not watching my screen, right? Sorry, guys. It's been a long time, or I don't know. I didn't realize. There you go. Okay, we are ready. Sorry, guys. So, why fake news is such a big problem these days?
I think
Mm-hmm.
controversial news is history attract more clicks.
Okay, that could be. I think the all reasons are, well, to me, I would say all of them, but we need to choose two. Do you think it's most important reasons why?
Fake news can sound believable.
Believable. Uh-huh. Believable. Yes, fake news can sound believable sometimes. Okay. I would say yes, fake news can sound believable sometimes. You know, like, I'm sorry, maybe I'm gonna look like a mean person, but like maybe you saw on Facebook like a lot of news, like, oh, Chabelo has died, Chabelo has passed today, you know, and then obviously it was not true. But then when it real happened, nobody believed it, because so many times in the past they said Chabelo has passed away, you know? But okay, yeah, fake news can sound believable sometimes. Uh-huh. Yeah, I agree with you. Controversial, yes, controversial news stories attract more clicks. Why not more clicks? More people. Gossip people. Okay, thanks a lot. All right, let's see. Part number 3, guys. Fake news. Watch the first parts of Talking Zone. Which ideas below are mentioned? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting about something. My bad. My mistake. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I forgot to mention this part. My bad. Over here, in the 4 possible answers, in the number 2, you know, we have some bold words over there. Yes? Irresponsible, illegal, controversial, believable. What kind of words are these? What kind of words? They are adjectives, okay? Adjectives. Now, most of the times, especially when we talk about adjectives, one adjective could have another adjective which is the totally opposite part of the first one. Yes? For example, if we have, or we say the adjective big, we have the opposite, small, or fast, slow. Yes? Most of the times, almost always, all of adjectives have a controversial part. Yes? And we actually have an exercise here, please, that I would like you to go and practice. Over there it says, go to vocabulary grammar practice. No, go to vocabulary practice. Over here, in the red letters. Okay, you can say it. So, opposite adjectives. Can you see now? You're following the exercise? Okay. So guys, if we click on this, we may have here, okay, we have an audio to check, but I would like you to try it first without the audio. Then we check and see if we need to correct something or not. So we have positive and negative, and they both adjectives are the totally opposite. Yes, one is the opposite part of the other one. So in here, for example, we have unacceptable. That is a negative adjective. What is the opposite adjective for unacceptable?
Acceptable.
Yeah, I was thinking about the answer. Acceptable. Okay. Believable.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Right. Controversial. What's the opposite? What is the opposite part? Okay, we can go back later, but tell me for number 4 then. Undesirable. Desirable. Undesirable.
Desirable? I don't know the meaning for desirable.
Desirable, that you really, really, really wish something or someone. Desirable. Okay, nice. Imaginable. Imaginable.
Imaginable. Unimaginable.
Inimaginable. Okay, let's try with unimaginable. No, unimaginable. Okay. Sounds good. Unimpressive.
Impressive.
Yes, I think you get it, right? What is the clue here? Impressive. Good. Legal.
Illegal.
Illegal. Okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, we don't know here. Illegal. Responsible.
Irresponsible.
Irresponsible. Okay, very similar to Spanish one. Irresponsible. No, but I think it's with the double R. Okay, irresponsible. Okay. Then we have unsatisfactory.
Satisfactory.
Satisfactory. Okay. Satisfactory. Satisfactory. Okay, good. What about controversial?
Is uncontroversial?
I don't know.
Sounds weird, I think.
Sounds weird, right? Okay. What if we listen up to the audio and see what are the correct opposites, and then we check with controversial. What's the opposite part?
11.7. 1,
Acceptable. Unacceptable.
2,
Believable. Unbelievable.
3,
Controversial. Uncontroversial.
You got it. Controversial.
Uncontroversial.
Uncontroversial, yes. Uncontroversial. Okay.
4,
Desirable. Undesirable.
5,
Imaginable. Unimaginable.
6,
Impressive.
Mhm.
Unimpressive.
7,
Legal. Illegal.
8,
Responsible. Irresponsible.
9,
Satisfactory. Unsatisfactory.
Okay, pretty good. So, questions then? I think we are okay. Unimpressive, uncontroversial. Okay, let's hit check. What was the one? Ah, it's only I get it. With the E, with the I. Okay. Irresponsive. With the I. Sorry, my bad. I was thinking in Spanish. Okay, irresponsible, like with the E. Okay, pretty good. Guys, any comments? I think all of the concepts, I think all of the adjectives are super clear, but tell me if you have any question about any of this. No?
No, Miss Yvonne.
Right, I think they are, and I think they are pretty similar to Spanish ones. Sounds like Spanish one. Okay, excellent. Perfect. Then let's try to complete using these. Using these adjectives for all of the pictures we have here, okay? Match the sentences. 1 to 6 pictures, A to F. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, those are the ones. So, can you help us reading the number 1, please, Biddy?
Sam's behavior in class is completely, he needs to sit down and focus on his work.
Okay. In number 1, what do you think? He needs to sit down and focus on his work. Sorry, what letter?
B.
Okay. The second, please, is I.
Ori is very blank space woman, and her company is lucky to have such a dedicated worker. Letter F.
F. Okay, F. All right, sounds like that. Thank you. Oscar, number 3.
Sure. There is another community meeting tonight about the new housing development. In my view, development in my view is totally, I can see miss.
No, it's a missing blank. It's a blank.
No, I can see the pictures.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There you go.
I think it's letter E.
Okay. Good. Tadeo, are you there? Biddy. 4, please, Biddy.
I don't think you can park there now. It's only after 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
Letter D.
D. Mhm. Thank you. Aside the number 5.
A lot of what we read in the news these days is very letter
Okay.
C.
Letter C. Okay, the newspaper. Mhm. So the last one, I know what's the letter we are waiting for, but even though, Oscar, can you read, please? 6.
Sure. I found a lecture, and to be honest, I don't remember much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can see maybe it's letter C.
But letter C, you already told me that. Well, it was SI. SI told me letter C.
I don't know what's the other. I'm sorry. Can you help me?
Sure. Look, the only letter missing is the letter A. That's the only one because we have B, F, E, D, C. So
Okie dokie.
one is A. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Part, you're welcome. The second part, you have some missing blanks. These spaces are for you to complete with the correct adjective. Okay. From the list we have at the beginning. Yes, acceptable, unacceptable, believable, unbelievable, controversial, uncontroversial. Yes, all of the opposite adjectives. So for the first one, Sam's behavior in class is completely, he needs to sit down and focus on his work. What is the best option? Or the best adjective to complete it?
I think unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Mm-hmm. Right. Number 2, Lori is a very young woman, and her company is lucky to have such a dedicated worker.
Responsible.
Okay. All right. 3, there is another community meeting tonight about the new housing development. In my view, it's totally
legal.
It's totally legal. Okay.
Illegal.
Illegal. Are you sure? Okay, check it out. There is another community meeting tonight about the new housing development. In my view, it's totally
I think he is disappointed, right?
disappointing. No, it's not here. Okay, let's try later. Let's see, number 4. I don't think you can park there now. It's only after 5:30.
Legal.
Okay, it's only legal. Yeah, this could be legal. Yes. Thanks. A lot of I read in news these days is very
Unbelievable.
very unbelievable. So when you use unbelievable, you are implying that you don't believe, or it makes you not to believe. But check, a lot of what we read these days isn't very unbelievable.
Isn't very believable.
Believable, exactly, believable. Believable. I don't know if I believable. Oh my God, it's a very unbelievable. Okay, not the letter E. Nice. Okay, the last one. I found the lecture, and to be honest, I don't remember much of it. I found the lecture, and to be honest, I don't remember much of it. So,
Could be unsatisfactory.
Unsatisfactory. I guess, yeah, it could work, but you need to check the context. I found the lecture, so the lecture is like
Unimpressive.
I found the lecture unimpressive. I would say boring, but we don't have the option for boring. But okay, unimpressive. I found the lecture unimpressive. Good. Okay, let's go back to the third one. There's another community meeting tonight about the new housing development. In my view, it's totally It's totally what?
Acceptable.
Legal.
Legal. Okay, let's see with legal. Let's see what happened. Okay, here you. Okay, cannot be legal. Okay, try another.
Acceptable.
Acceptable. There is another community meeting tonight about the new housing development. In my view, it's totally acceptable. Acceptable. No, I'm thinking, but because it acceptable, it's okay. Okay, let's try. Acceptable. No, it's not acceptable. Okay, let's see.
Satisfactory.
Unacceptable. In here, well, I thought you wouldn't be able to repeat it, but seems like yes. In this case, unacceptable. Okay, two, unacceptable. There's another community meeting tonight about the new housing development. In my view, it's totally unacceptable. Thank you so very much. Okay, thank you guys. Let's go back, please, to our previous lesson, fake news. Okay, great. Now, let's continue. We can watch the video now. Okay, what's the first parts of talking on? Which ideas below are mentioned? The first we mentioned in the activity 2. Some journalists are irresponsible. Fake news isn't necessarily illegal. Controversial news attract more clicks, and fake news can sound believable. Okay, and the last one, what is Alan's job? Let's watch.
Hello and welcome. I'm Eric Maduro. Fake
Teacher?
Oh my God, again. I hit play, but you're not watching it. Sorry. Tell me, since it's been along or not really?
No, not really.
Okay,
Well, I'd like to.
let me go back.
Hello. Fake news is everywhere. It's in our social media feeds, it's in our newspapers and magazines, it's even influencing our politics. But how do you tell fake news from real news? Can you do it?
Well, I'd like to think so, but I've definitely believed stories that I ultimately found out were fake. It's just so hard to tell sometimes.
I really try. I do check where the story comes from and who has written it. I might get fooled sometimes, but all in all, I'm pretty good.
I am so gullible. I'm learning, but I used to believe everything I read, even on the internet. I've believed stories that could have been written by anyone.
It's becoming increasingly difficult to identify fake news. Today, we're talking to journalist and founder of FakeNewsSpotter.com, Alan Goodhue. Welcome to the show, Alan.
Thanks for having me, Eric.
You run a website called Fake News Spotter, but tell us, what is fake news?
It's important to point out that fake news is nothing new. In fact, I think it's uncontroversial to say that fake news is as old as news itself. In the past, newspapers frequently printed sensational stories. This type of journalism wasn't responsible reporting. In many cases, it was very irresponsible, but it was popular. The media has often been used as a propaganda tool too. Propaganda can make unacceptable stories acceptable, and although the stories are often fake, they're not illegal.
But if fake news has been around for so long, why are we all talking about it now?
In a word, technology. The internet and social media allow people to produce and consume news in a way that was unimaginable in the past. Whereas news used to only be reported by journalists, now anybody can create stories that look real. It's almost impossible to tell whether it's from a responsible reporter or someone more undesirable.
Is there any way to find out?
Yes, there is. You might not always be 100% sure, but there are questions you should always ask to separate the real from the fake. These are: how believable is it? This might seem too simple, but always ask how realistic the story itself is. If it seems unbelievable, that's probably because it isn't true. Who wrote it? Though you can't really tell whether an article is true just by the headline. That's when you need to look at the writer too. If there is no name, the writer might not be a journalist at all. If there is a name, check out the background. Do they look responsible, or is there other material unsatisfactory too? What is the evidence? If you've checked the writer and it's still hard to tell, you need to look at the evidence yourself. Is the source satisfactory? Always say to yourself, could this have been made up? And of course, facts and figures are always desirable.
That's a lot of hard work.
It is, but it's worth it. And it gets easier the more you do it. If you don't ask these questions, you may have already been fooled.
Which is what happened to a lot of people in an experiment you did recently.
You can say that again.
We'll talk more about that in part 2. Join us then.
Great.
Is the
Okay, so then tell me please,
Hello, and
Which ideas below are mentioned?
Fake news isn't necessarily illegal.
Okay, fake news isn't necessarily illegal, right? Then, what is Alan's job?
Journalist.
Oh, journalist. Okay, journalist. Journalist. Okay. All right. Well, he is a journalist, I guess. Okay, let's see. Fake news isn't necessarily illegal, but also fake news can sound believable sometimes. And this is something that you already told me before, like the example Oscar gave us about the Donald Trump news, that it was fake. So it could sound believable, even though it's not true. It's not true. But okay, thank you so very much, guys. Okay, if you give me like a few minutes more. Oh, sorry. This is about the video. Let's try to put it in order, please, if you're so kind. There are ways to find out if a news story is fake. It's getting harder and harder to know if anyone can now create fake news easily. You may need to do research in addition to reading to the article. And finally, fake news is not a recent phenomenon. Tell me what is the order, or how would you arrange these statements about the video? What is the first one they mentioned? In what order? Yep. Okay, this way, it's getting harder and harder to know if a news story is true. Okay, then what you remember about the video, tell me.
Fake news is not a recent phenomenon.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Fake news. No. Fake news. Fake news is not a recent phenomenon. Then. Okay. Okay, the very first two are correct. Well, I think it's pretty obvious what we need to do. Okay, the last one is also correct. So seems like anyone can now create fake news. And then there are ways to find out. Right, correct. Okay. All right, guys, it's a little bit more than 7. It's actually 7:04. So I'm gonna check the attendance for everybody, please. I just check the attendance and then you can actually leave the session, okay? Wait a sec, please. Okay, there you go. IO47. 47. Here you are. Okay, so it's Viri, Oscar, Isai, Tadeo. Thanks. Great job. Perfect. Oh, I'm sorry about my camera. Guys, thanks a lot for joining the session. See you tomorrow, and I hope you have a good evening. Thank you so very much for your time.
You too,
Goodbye.
Miss Yvonne.